Arrivals. This lesson will cover navigating to the arrivals window, searching for arriving guests, checking in a guest, navigating to the in-house window, and searching for in-house guests. To navigate to the arrivals window, begin by clicking the front desk menu and then click Arrivals. The Arrivals window is where you are able to search for arriving guests and check in a guest. You can click the search button without entering any search criteria to view all arriving guests, or use the search filters to narrow your results. In this example, we will search using the reservation's confirmation number. The results of your search appear. After you have clicked to highlight the reservation, click the Check-in button to navigate to the Check-in reservation window. Here, you are able to complete the required steps to check in a guest. At the top of the window, you are able to view the reservation overview information to review the guest and reservation details before check-in. In the Room Selection section of the window, there is an Attention Required indicator that signals that a room number has not been assigned in advance of the guest's arrival. The Suggested Room field is automatically populated with an available room that matches the reservation room type. Opera Cloud also lists up to 10 available rooms that meet the reservation's criteria in the Suggested Rooms section. You can select one of the suggested rooms by simply clicking the room number. If necessary, you can click the Select Another Room button to perform a search of available rooms. When the assigned room is not ready for the guest, you can click the Place Reservation on Queue button. We will review this more in depth in the Queue Rooms lesson in the Front Desk Workspace 2 course. In this example, we will click the Accept Room Selection button. After the room is assigned, you are taken to the Verify Payment step of the check-in process. The payment details of the reservation are displayed here. Verify Payment is usually marked complete. However, it is best practice to review the payment details. A tab is available for each payment window of the reservation. Multiple payments can be applied when routing instructions are present. When you swipe a credit card, make sure the card number field is highlighted. Once the card is swiped, the fields will update accordingly. For credit cards, authorization rules are used to determine how much will be approved at check-in. The default rule for the property is displayed and can be changed prior to check-in. If the reservation has routing, you should expand the Routing Instructions section to review details and update them as necessary before you check in the guest. You would click the Registration Card button if you need to generate a registration card for the guest to review and sign before checking in. You would click the Advance Check-in button if the room is not ready. Clicking this button enables charging privileges before providing the guest access to their room. We will review this in depth in the Advanced Check-in lesson in the Front Desk Workspace 2 course. Once you have reviewed and completed all the steps, click the Complete Check-in button. When a credit card is used as a payment method, the Payment Authorization dialog box appears. The Transaction in Progress dialog box also appears. The credit card is being authorized by the system when this dialog box is open. When the transaction is complete, you are returned to the check-in reservation window. Notice the status of the reservation is now checked in because the reservation is now considered in-house. You would click the Go to Reservation button to review reservation details or make updates. You would click the Go to Billing button if you need to access guest transactions and folios. Now that we're finished, let's click the Back to Arrivals link to return to the Arrivals window. The reservation no longer appears in the Arrivals list as the status has changed to Checked In. To access the reservation, you need to navigate to the In-house window. Click the Front Desk menu and then click In-house. The In-house window is where you can search for and manage checked-in reservations. For this example, we will search using the same confirmation number we used earlier. The search results appear. You are able to manage the in-house reservation from this window. This lesson covered navigating to the arrivals window, searching for arriving guests, checking in a guest, navigating to the in-house window, and searching for in-house guests. For more information on Opera Cloud, Please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. In-house. This lesson will cover actions you are able to take from the I Want To dialog box relating to in-house guests and the process of creating a wake-up call for a guest. Begin by clicking the front desk menu and then click In-house. The In-house window is where you are able to search for any guests that are checked in. You can use the search filters to narrow your results or click the search button without entering any criteria to view all in-house guests. Click to highlight the reservation and then click the I Want To button. We have previously covered many of the links in this dialog box. In this lesson, we will focus on actions you can take related to in-house guests. The Modify Update section of the dialog box contains most of these actions. Click the Reverse Check-in link. The Reverse Check-in dialog box opens. Here, you are able to return a reservation to arrival status only on the day of check-in. An example of when this function could be used includes if a reservation was checked in by mistake. The Room Options field is where you determine if the assigned room remains attached to this reservation. Click the Room Options drop-down. If the room number is to remain blocked for this reservation, selecting Retain Room blocks the room number for this reservation. If you were to select Remove Room, the assigned room is removed from the reservation, opening it to be occupied by another guest. A new room number will need to be assigned to this reservation at check-in. In this example, we will click the Retain Room list item. You can use the Update Room Status section to indicate the housekeeping status of the room. This may be necessary if the guest occupied the room before the check-in was canceled. If you were to click the Reverse Check-in button, you would return to the arrival window and be able to begin the check-in process. To leave this guest in-house, click the Cancel link. If there is an issue with a room, you are able to change the guest's room from the Move Room dialog box. Click the Move Room link to open the dialog box. Here, you are able to search for and assign a new room. Use the filters in the search area to narrow down your room selection. The search is key when performing a room type change, as only results for the current room type are listed. To assign the new room, click the Select Room link. The Additional Details dialog box opens and provides information on why the room move occurred. Click the Room Move Reasons search icon. Property-specific reasons for moving rooms are listed here. Click to highlight the desired code, then click the Select button. In the description field, the Room Move Reason text is automatically populated in the field based on your selection. You can edit this text to add additional details or information regarding why the room move is occurring. When a guest changes rooms, it may be necessary to update the status of the departing room. The status commonly defaults to dirty, but you can update it to another status. Once you have finished, click the Assign Room button to confirm your changes. You are returned to the in-house screen. The room number has been updated on the reservation. Click the I Want To button. If you need to make new or duplicate keys for a guest, you can do this from the Create Keys dialog box. Click the Create Keys link to open the dialog box. Here, you can choose how many keys you wish to create and the time they should be active. Property interface controls, including keys, will be reviewed in a separate lesson. Click the Cancel link. Click the I Want To button. Click the Property Interface Controls link. The Property Interface Control window can be used to open, close, or restrict interface charging to the guest room. This includes telephone, movie, and point-of-sale interfaces. Click the Back to In-house link to return to the in-house window. Wake-up call tracking can take place in Opera Cloud. This action can be taken directly on the reservation or via the front desk workspace menu. To log calls on the reservation, click the Wake Up Call link. The Wake Up Call dialog box appears. All pending wake-up calls will appear here. This includes entries from third-party phone interfaces that support wake-up calls. These third-party interfaces will allow the wake-up call to be requested through the phone system or entered within Opera Cloud. Properties that do not have an interface supporting wake-up calls can still enter and track call requests manually. Click the new link. The dialog box expands, enabling you to enter the wake-up call details. The From Date field is where you enter the date the guest should begin receiving wake-up calls. The date automatically defaults to the next system date. The Time field is where you enter the time the guest wants to receive the wake-up call. If the guest would like an additional call to ensure they are awake, you can enter a time in the Follow-up Call Time field. The Frequency field is where you specify how often the wake-up call will occur. Once indicates that the call will only occur on the date entered into the From Date field. Daily indicates that this wake-up call will occur each day beginning with the date entered into the From Date field. This will continue to occur up until the guest's departure date. The Notes field allows you to enter any additional details about the wake-up call request. Once you are finished, click the Save button. The newly created wake-up call now appears in the dialog box. For additional options related to the wake-up call, click the ellipsis. Along with Edit and Delete, additional options are displayed. When a call is successful, you can mark the call as completed. If a guest does not respond to the call, it can be marked as no answer. When there is an interface supporting wake-up calls, the call will be marked accordingly. If you were to click the New button, you can create additional calls for this guest. Click the ellipsis. You are able to access the Show Completed link to retrieve past calls for this guest. Click Close. This lesson covered actions you are able to take from the I Want To dialog box relating to in-house guests and the process of creating a wake-up call for a guest. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Departures. This lesson will cover navigating to the departure window, searching for departing guests, and the process of checking out a guest. To navigate to the departures window, begin by clicking the front desk menu and then click Departures. The departures window is where you are able to search for and check out any departing guests. You can use the search filters to narrow your search results or click the search button to display all departing guests. To check out a guest, click to highlight the reservation and then click the Checkout button. The billing window opens. From here, you are able to review charges, make adjustments, or post payments to the reservation. We will cover the billing window in depth in separate lessons. Click the Checkout button. The Folio Settlement dialog box appears with each window that needs to be settled. All windows must be reconciled before checking out the guest. The Method field is where you select which method of payment the guest provides. By default, the method of payment currently attached to the reservation will appear. When a credit card is used, you must also complete the card number, expiration, and cardholder fields. If you have the credit card present, this information is automatically entered when you swipe the card. In the Payment Information section, Opera Cloud checks to see how much of a payment or a refund is necessary to bring the balance of the folio to zero. This number automatically populates in the Amount field. You can edit this to any amount you would like to post to the folio. The Reference field is optional, but you can use it to enter any supporting information regarding the payment. The Supplement field is also optional and can be used for internal information regarding the payment. If you were to click the Check Out with Open Folio button, you would be checking out the guest but keeping the folio open for additional postings. Clicking the Settle and Send Folio button will take payment on the selected folio. Clicking this button will also prompt you to select a delivery method to provide the guest with a copy of their folio. In this example, click the Settle Folio button. For credit card methods, the Payment Processing dialog box will appear. The posted payment will then appear in the dialog box for your reference. If necessary, you can click the Print Receipt link before completing checkout. The Schedule Checkout button is what you can use to set a specific time for the guest to be checked out of the system as long as their balance is settled. Click the Checkout Now button to complete the checkout process and return to the billing window. The current status for this guest has been updated to Checked Out. Click the Back to Departures link to return to the Departures window. The reservation we just checked out no longer appears in this window. You can continue to check out guests from this screen or click the Back to Home link to return to the dashboard. This lesson covered navigating to the departure window, searching for departing guests, and the process of checking out a guest. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Day Use Reservations. This lesson will cover managing day use reservations. Day use reservations are bookings where the guest arrives and departs on the same day. This video will highlight the posting of room and tax charges for day use bookings. In this example, 2 day use reservations are already checked in. These reservations can be accessed from the in-house or departures windows. In this example, we will navigate to the Departures window. To do this, click the Front Desk menu, then click Departures. Here, you will enter your search criteria, then click the Search button. You can easily identify day use reservations because they have the same arrival and departure dates, and the number in the nights column is 0. Click the I Want To button for the reservation, then click the Billing link. The billing window appears along with an information dialog box letting you know that room and tax charges have been automatically posted. If there are any fixed charges or packages on the reservation, they will also be posted. You can now use the billing window to post additional charges, make adjustments, or check out the guest. Click the Back to Departures link. Now, let's take a look at the other day use reservations. Enter your search criteria, then click the Search button. Notice that the balance on this reservation is 0. Once you have highlighted the reservation, you can click the Check Out button. You are brought to the billing window where an information dialog box appears informing you that the room and tax charges have posted. Again, you are able to post charges or take payments as needed prior to checking out the guest. This lesson covered managing day use reservations. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Prepayment rules. This lesson will cover your ability to use the check-in prepay rules and prepay folio functionalities to collect advance payments according to your hotel's policy. Front desk Opera controls include a setting for check-in prepay rules. Check-in prepay rules enables you to collect an advance payment of anticipated charges. When active, there are additional settings that appear for minimum number of nights and prepay folio. The minimum number of nights field is where you specify the number of nights that must be enforced for prepay rules. For example, you may want to ensure advance payment for at least one night even though a guest is staying for several nights. When the prepay folio setting is active, you have the ability to calculate charges for any changes to in-house reservations that may require an additional payment. Let's begin by looking at what this means for an arriving reservation. Click the front desk menu and then click Arrivals. After you enter search criteria, click the search button. Without payments or charges posted, this reservation has a zero balance. Click the confirmation number to access the reservation. From the Manage Reservation window, you can view reservation details like the number of nights, rate, balance, and the guest's assigned room. Click the Check-in button and then click the Complete Check-in button. From the Advance Payment dialog box, you can choose the option to calculate advance payments for a specific number of nights or the entire stay. By default, the number populates the number of nights for the reservation. If necessary, you can click the Override Advance Payment button to continue the check-in process without posting a payment. Access to Override will depend on permission tasks granted to your user login. Click the Calculate Advance Payment button. You can view the balance and payment method for the reservation. You can use the Method drop-down to select a different payment method for this advance payment. The total amount due reflects all anticipated charges calculated from the rate, number of nights, taxes, packages, and any other fixed charges. Any deposits that have already been paid will be reduced from the amount due. Once the payment is collected, you can successfully check in the reservation. When you click the Apply Payment button, you are taken to the Check-in Reservation window where you can see the status of the reservation is now checked in. Click the Go to Billing button. From the billing window, you can see that the reservation has a negative balance to indicate the credit on this reservation. The payment we applied posted to window 1. Click the Back to Manage Reservation link. Next, let's see how the Opera Control Prepay Folio affects in-house reservations. Click the front desk menu and then click In-house. After you enter your search criteria, click the Search button. To demonstrate the difference between reservations paying with cash or credit card, these reservations used a guest name indicating the payment method. We'll begin by accessing the reservation paying with cash. This reservation is set to pay with cash, and the required amount for prepayment was collected at check-in. You can see the reservation balance reflects a credit of $464 as the payment was posted, but there have not been any charges posted at this time. Click the Stay Details link. Click the Edit button, increase the number of nights by 1 night, and then click the Save button. The top of the Stay Details dialog box now displays the message, Payment may be required as the reservation was modified. Please click this link to process payment. This is because the cash-paying guests are expected to prepay the folio at the time of modifying the reservation. Click the link to process the payment. Opera Cloud then begins calculating advance payment balance with a message informing you to please wait for the calculation to complete. From the Advance Payment dialog box, you can view the current balance and process a payment for the amount due. After you verify the cash payment you received is correct, click the Apply Payment button. The same process occurs when you make the change using the Edit with Look to Book button. Click Close. The reservation's balance increased to reflect the credit of $696 due to the additional payment. Click the Back to In-house link. Next, let's compare our cash demonstration to a reservation checked in with a credit card. This reservation is set to pay with a credit card, and the required prepayment was collected at check-in. You can see that the reservation balance reflects a credit of $464 as the payment was posted, but there have not been any charges posted at this time. Click the Stay Details link, click the Edit button, increase the number of nights by 1 night, and then click the Save button. In this example, there is no prompt for you to process a payment for this change to the reservation. This is because there is a background database job that runs every hour to automatically process the credit card payment. Collection of the payment because of an increase in the stay total will be handled by this background database job. If there is a refund, you will need to manually process that refund on the credit card. The same process takes place when making the change using the Edit with Look to Book link. Click Close. The reservation balance has increased to reflect the credit of $696 due to the additional payment. click the Back to In-House link. This lesson covered your ability to use the check-in prepay rules and prepay folio functionalities to collect advance payments according to your hotel's policy. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Check-in process, hold rooms. This lesson will cover selecting rooms to place on hold and remove from hold as part of the check-in process. The ability to hold rooms in Opera Cloud enables you to reserve vacant rooms for a defined period of time. This prevents other users from selecting the rooms for assignment to reservations. Click the front desk menu and then click Arrivals. In this example, we will enter a confirmation number to find the reservation. Click the Search button. After you click to select the reservation, click the Check-in button. Scroll to the top of the check-in reservation window. Click the I Want To button and then click the Hold Rooms link to open the dialog box. Here, you can use the search area to refine the results that appear below. Click one or more rooms to select them and then click the Place on Hold button. It is required that you enter a hold reason. Click the Search button, select a reason, and then click the Select button. You can use the Remarks field to enter additional information regarding the hold. When you are finished, click the Place on Hold button. You will see confirmation in the window that the rooms were successfully placed on hold. Click the OK button to continue. To prevent unnecessarily holding rooms back from other agents checking in guests, you will also be able to remove rooms from hold. This isn't always necessary, as the hold is automatically removed when the configured time limit expires. To remove the hold, select the rooms and then click the Remove from Hold button. You will see confirmation in the window that the rooms were successfully removed from hold. Click the OK button to continue. Your ability to remove a hold that another user has placed on rooms will depend on the Override Hold Room Task permission. When you are overriding a room hold, it is recorded in the changes log. When a user without the task permission attempts to remove your hold, a message will appear informing them that the room is in hold by another user and they will be unable to override the hold. The Hold Rooms functionality works together with room conditions. You can also manage hold rooms from the Room Conditions window. This lesson covered selecting rooms to place on hold and remove from hold as part of the check-in process. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Batch registration cards. This lesson will cover navigating to the registration cards window, searching for reservations, and processing a batch of registration cards. Let's begin to navigate to the registration cards window. Begin by clicking the front desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace and then click Registration Cards. You are able to use the Batch Registration Card feature to process multiple registration cards at once. This process is completed through the registration card window. An individual registration card may be processed from the reservation. You can use the search area to find reservations. The arrival date defaults to the next business date. If you need to change this, you can click the calendar icon or type the date directly into the arrival field. In this example, we will click the calendar icon. Now that the calendar is open, you can select a new date. To choose today's business date, click the Today button, then click the Search button. You can click the checkbox next to each reservation that needs to have a registration card generated. For this example, use the Select All checkbox to choose all reservations. Now that all reservations have been selected, click the Process Registration Card button. The Registration Card dialog box appears. If the property has different forms, the Select a Registration Card field can be used to change the registration card that will be printed. The Report Destination section is where you determine the destination for the registration cards. Choose a destination, then click the Process button. Because we selected Preview as a destination, the batch of registration cards appear in a separate window. From this window, you are able to download the registration cards to your device, or you can print them. This lesson covered navigating to the registration cards window, searching for reservations, and processing a batch of registration cards. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Available Room Search. This lesson will cover navigating to the Room Search window, searching for available rooms, and accessing additional room information. The Available Room Search window is where you are able to search for rooms. This assists Opera Cloud users in accommodating guests with their requests and pre-blocking rooms. Begin by clicking the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace, and then click Available Room Search. At the top of the Available Room Search window is a search area with various filters that enable you to find specific rooms that are available. By default, the arrival date is set to the current business day. You can change the arrival date and number of nights to customize your search for room availability. When you are searching for available rooms on the current business date, there are checkboxes in the Room Status and Include sections that are automatically selected. When you are searching for future dates, all room statuses are included by default. Enter your search criteria, then click the Search button. Search results will appear based on the criteria you selected. To display additional details about a specific room, click the Room Number link. The Room Information dialog box provides details about the selected room number. This includes the room type, room attributes, and room features. Click Close. Click the Room Type link. The Room Information dialog box will provide details about the selected room type. This includes the description, room features, and a picture of the room if one has been uploaded. Click Close. This lesson covered navigating to the Room Search window, searching for available rooms, and accessing additional room information. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Room Assignment. This lesson will cover navigating to the Room Assignment window, the process of using Room Assignment to assign a room to a single reservation, and the process of using Room Assignment to assign rooms to multiple reservations. Click the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace, and then click Room Assignment. The Room Assignment window is where you are able to easily and rapidly assign rooms prior to the guest checking in. By default, the search result displays unassigned rooms for today's arrival date. If necessary, you can click the Modify Search Criteria link to change the search filters. To begin to assign a room, click an individual reservation. When the room is selected, the Auto Assign and Manual Assign buttons appear. Using Auto Assign enables you to assign a room to the guest reservation based on the booking details. Click Auto Assign to open the Room Assignment dialog box. Here, you can search for different statuses and criteria when selecting a room. The Room Status section displays all room statuses that can be included for assignment, while the Room Criteria section is where you can take into account guest preferences and view other search options. If you click the Include Departure Rooms checkbox, this will include all due-out rooms even if they are still occupied. Clicking the Use Associated Preferences checkbox will take into account of any guest preferences on the reservation that are related to room selection. Once you have confirmed the search criteria and click the Assign button, the dialog box will refresh and display a success notification. If a room number could not be assigned, a warning message would appear. A warning message could appear for various reasons, including conflicting reservation preferences and room type availability. If necessary, you can use the Report link to generate a report of the assignment statuses. Click the Close button. If necessary, you can click the Modify Search Criteria link to view assigned rooms. Next, let's click the Manual Assign button to open the Room Assignment dialog box yet again. With Manual Assign, you are able to search for specific room options, features, and statuses before manually assigning the room. The top section of the window displays the reservation information for the guest. You can use the various filters in the search to find rooms with specific attributes. The bottom of the dialog box displays all rooms that meet the search criteria of the selected reservation. As with Auto Assign, you would click to highlight the reservation to select it. To choose an available room, click the Select Room link. An information dialog box confirming that the room has been successfully assigned will appear. Click the OK button to proceed. When you have selected multiple reservations, additional buttons will appear at the bottom of the window. You would click the Mass Advance Check-in button to check in multiple reservations for arrivals due in on the property's current business date and generate their room keys and registration cards. You would click the Auto Assign and Advance Check-in button to check in a guest and provide charging privileges without allowing the guest access to their room. We will review the functionality of the Mass Advance Check-in and Auto Assign and Advance Check-in buttons in a separate lesson. If you were to click the Auto Assign and Check-in button, you are enabling the system to assign rooms to the guest reservations based on the booking details and process the check-in for each reservation. When you click the Auto Assign and Check-in button, the Room Assignment section appears in the window. You can use the available filters to search for criteria that matches the selected rooms. When you click the Assign button, the Room Assignment Status dialog box appears with messages confirming that the rooms were assigned to each selected reservation. Click the Close button. Next, you need to review and confirm the check-in options. This step includes confirming which room statuses to include in the room assignment. When you click the Process button, the Mass Check-in Status dialog box appears with a message showing the confirmation status for each reservation. Click the OK button. In the last step, you are presented with the option to generate registration cards. Choose a report destination before clicking the Process button. For this example, click the Back to Room Assignment link to return to the Room Assignment window where you can continue to assign additional rooms if necessary. This lesson covered navigating to the Room Assignment window, the process of using Room Assignment to assign a room to a single reservation, and the process of using Room Assignment to assign rooms to multiple reservations. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Queue rooms. This lesson will cover navigating to the Queue Rooms window, the process of placing an arriving reservation on queue, and reviewing the queue reservation option. The queue feature assists Opera Cloud users in managing room assignments and helps guests get into their rooms faster by coordinating front office and housekeeping efforts. Reservations are usually placed on queue if the guest room is not ready when the guest arrives. Rooms do not need to be pre-blocked to be placed on queue. This lesson begins on the Arrivals window. After you have clicked to highlight the reservation, click the I Want To link for the selected reservation to open the I Want To dialog box. Now, click the Place Reservation on Queue link. An information dialog box will appear to confirm that the reservation has been placed on queue. Click the OK button to proceed. The reservation will remain on the arrival screen because it is still due in. For the second example, the room will be placed on queue via the check-in process. Although the reservation has a room number assigned, it is in dirty status and is not ready for the guest to check in. After you have clicked to highlight the reservation, the check-in button appears. When you click the check-in button, a warning dialog box will appear with a message notifying you that the room is in dirty status. Click the OK button to proceed. Because the room is assigned, you are taken to the Verify Payment step of the check-in process. You will need to click the Room Selection step to begin the process of placing the reservation on queue. The room number can be changed from the Room Selection section. If the guest is willing to wait until the room is available, click the Place Reservation on Queue button. An information dialog box will appear confirming that the reservation has been placed on queue. This includes the current place in line and the average wait time. Click the OK button to proceed. Once the reservation is on queue, you can click the Back to Arrivals link to return to the Arrivals window. The reservation has been placed on queue and will remain in arrival status. Next, we will click the Back to Home link to begin to take a look at the queue window. You are now returned to the Opera Cloud dashboard. The clock icon on the Arrivals tile has an indicator that shows how many reservations are on queue. In this example, there are 2 rooms on queue. Click the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace and then click Queue. The Queue window is where you are able to view and manage queued reservations. It is up to the front desk and housekeeping to actively coordinate clearing rooms from the queue. To manage a queued reservation, click the I Want To button or click the Expand button and then click the queue link for the reservation. The queue dialog box appears. The wait time field displays the length of time the reservation has been on queue. The current queue priority of the reservation is also displayed. If necessary, you can click the Prioritize link to move the reservation to the top of the queue. If you were to click the Remove from Queue button, you would remove the room from the queue without deleting or canceling the reservation. The reservation will still be available in the list of arrivals for today and can be checked in. When you click the ellipsis, you will see options to either check in the reservation or assign a room. If you were to click the Check-in Reservation link, you would be directed to complete the required steps to check in the guest and remove the reservation from queue. If you were to click the Assign Room link, you would be provided with the option of blocking a room number for the reservation. If a room number has been assigned, the link will appear as Change Room, enabling you to move the blocked reservation to another room. Click Close to return to the queue window. This lesson covered navigating to the queue rooms window, the process of placing an arriving reservation on queue, and reviewing the queue reservation option. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Advanced Check-in. This lesson will cover navigating to the Advanced Check-in window, the process of advanced checking in an arriving reservation, and reviewing the Advanced Check-in reservation options. When a guest arrives to the property before a room is ready, you can flag the reservation as Advanced Checked-in. This enables the guest to post charges to their reservations folio prior to check-in and helps housekeeping prioritize room cleaning and assignment. Advanced check-in can be performed for individual reasons, including walk-in reservations, pre-registered reservations, reservations that are currently in the queue, and group block reservations. This lesson begins on the Arrivals window. Click to highlight the reservation that needs to be advanced checked in. The Check-in button appears at the bottom of the window. In this example, the reservation we selected has a room number assigned. After you have clicked the Check-in button, a warning dialog box will appear letting you know the room is in dirty status. Click the OK button to proceed. Complete the normal process of checking in a guest. A reservation can be advanced checked in with or without a room number assigned. It does not affect the room occupancy status and is not deducted from the inventory until the reservation is checked in. Advanced check-in differs from placing a reservation in the queue as the method of payment is authorized during the process. The user should follow property procedures for capturing the method of payment at this point. Once all the steps are completed, click the Advanced Check-in button. The Expected Time of Return or ETR dialog box appears, enabling you to enter information about when the guest will arrive to obtain their room keys and complete the check-in. Click the Save button. The Transaction in Progress dialog box appears, verifying that the method of payment has been approved. Once the transaction is complete, the check-in reservation window automatically appears, showing the updated status, Arrival Advanced Check-in. Click the Back to Arrivals link to return to the Arrivals window. The reservation remains in Arrival status. Next, we will look at the Advanced Check-in window. Click the Back to Home link to return to the Opera Cloud dashboard. Click the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace and then click Advanced Checked-in. The Advanced Checked-in window is where you are able to view and manage reservations. Using the Advanced Check-in gives the guest charging privileges. This includes charges that are incurred by the guest, such as point-of-sale or POS system charges that post to the reservation folio. Charges that take place within the guest room, such as minibar or PBX, are not allowed. Reservations can be checked in from this window. After you have clicked to highlight the reservation, the Check-in button appears at the bottom of the window. Click the I Want To button for the reservation to open the I Want To dialog box. Clicking the Reverse Advanced Check-in link removes the Advanced Checked-in flag from the reservation and restricts the guest's charging privileges. Click Close to return to the Advanced Checked-in window. This lesson covered navigating to the Advanced Check-in window, the process of checking in an arriving reservation, and reviewing the Advanced Check-in reservation options. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Wake-up calls. This lesson will cover navigating to the wake-up call companion window, the process of creating a wake-up call, searching for existing wake-up calls, editing existing wake-up calls, and the process of printing the wake-up call report. The wake-up call companion window is where you are able to go to set up a wake-up call for a reservation. Third-party phone interfaces that support wake-up calls via Opera Cloud enables guests to request wake-up calls through the phone system, or you can enter them within Opera Cloud. Properties that do not have an interface supporting wake-up calls can still use the system to enter and track manual call requests they have completed. Begin by clicking the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace and then click Wake-up Call to open the Wake-up Call companion window. In the search area, you are able to search for previously created wake-up calls. Click the new link to create a new wake-up call request. The Manage Wake-up Call dialog box appears. Here, you can enter the details for the call. The block code field is optional and would open the block search dialog box if it was clicked. The block search dialog box is where you are able to select groups to schedule wake-up calls. The room field is where you select individual reservations that you are entering a wake-up call for. Click the room field's search icon to open the Search and Select Reservation dialog box. Here, you are able to use the search area to find guests that should receive a wake-up call. After you have clicked to highlight the reservations, click the Select button. The From Date field is where you enter the date the guest should begin receiving wake-up calls. The date automatically defaults to the next system date. If necessary, you can click the calendar icon to change the date or enter the date directly into the field. The Time field is where you enter the time that the guest needs to receive the wake-up call. If the guest would like an additional call to ensure that they are awake, you can enter a time in the Follow-up Call Time field. The Frequency field is where you are able to specify how often the wake-up call will occur. Clicking once means the call will only occur on the date entered in the From Date field. Clicking daily means this wake-up call will occur each day beginning with a date entered in the From Date field. This will continue to occur up to the guest's departure date. The Notes field is where you enter any additional details for the wake-up call. Once you have finished entering the necessary information, click the Save button. The Wake Up Call companion window displays the call information based on the search criteria you enter. The details of the current date and time for the property are displayed across the top of the window. The Statistics section of the window provides a snapshot of each call's status. The Past Pending and Pending Wake Up Calls graph provides you with a view of the wake up call times. All the calls are listed at the bottom of the window. To update the status of a scheduled call, click the checkbox to select the wake-up call. Next, scroll to the right and then click the ellipsis. You have options available to edit the wake-up call's details, mark the wake-up call as completed, mark the call as no answer, or you can click Cancel to remove the call from the list. Once a call has been fulfilled, click Mark as completed. You can click the new link to set additional wake-up calls. To begin the process of generating a wake-up calls report, click the ellipsis, then click Report. You are able to modify the report parameters to determine which information to include in the report. Once you have done this, scroll down to select the report destination. For this example, Preview has been chosen. Click the Process button. Because we selected Preview as a report destination, the Wake Up Calls report appears in a separate window. From here, you are able to download the report or print it. This lesson covered navigating to the Wake Up Call companion window, the process of creating a wake up call, searching for existing wake up calls, editing existing wake up calls, and the process of printing the wake up call report. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Open Folios. This lesson will cover navigating to the Open Folio window, searching for open folios, and the process of closing an open folio. The Open Folios feature in Opera Cloud enables you to check a guest out and leave the folio open for any additional charges that will be charged to the guest. You can use Open Folios for guests who are unable to settle their outstanding balance with the method of payment they provided. Let's navigate to the Open Folios window. Click the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace and then click Open Folios. The Open Folios window displays any reservations that are checked out with an open folio. After you have clicked to highlight the reservation, click the I Want To button to open the I Want To dialog box and then click the Close Folio link. The billing window appears. Here, you can post charges or take payments on the reservation. Notice that the current status of the reservation is checked out. When a reservation has been checked out with an open folio, the guest's room is no longer occupied. It is up to the property to monitor open folios and decide if there is a limit for how long a reservation can remain in open folio status. Your property's Opera Cloud administrator is able to set limits using Opera controls in Opera Cloud administration. To begin to close the folio, click the I Want To button to open the I Want To dialog box, and then click the Close Folio link. The Close Folio dialog box is where you are able to settle the folio balance. If there is an outstanding balance for the guest, you will need to verify the payment details and the balance amount. If you were to click the Settle Folio button, you would be able to take payment on the selected folio. Clicking the Settle and Send Folio button takes payment on the folio while also enabling you to choose a delivery method to use for providing the guest with a copy of their folio. In this example, we will click the Settle and Send Folio button. The Payment Processing dialog box appears. Here, you are informed that the credit card payment is being processed. Once that is complete, the Report Destination dialog box automatically appears. Here, you can provide the guest with a copy of their folio via the options in the Report Destination section. You are also able to select one of the available styles to determine the format of the folio the guest will receive before clicking the Process button. All posted payments will be listed. If necessary, you can click the Print Receipt link before closing the folio. Repeat this process for each window that has an outstanding balance. When a folio has a zero balance, you can click the Close Folio button to finalize the bill for the guest and return to the billing window. Now, click the Back to Open Folios link to return to the Open Folios window. You are returned to the Open Folios window where the reservation is no longer listed. This lesson covered navigating to the Open Folio window, searching for open folios, and the process of closing an open folio. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud and search for this topic. Keep your eyes peeled for additional videos and courses on Opera Cloud. Thank you for watching. Quick Checkout. This lesson will cover navigating to the Quick Checkout window, searching for departing guests, and the process of checking out multiple guests. You are able to search for and check out one or more departing guests using the Quick Checkout feature in Opera Cloud. To open the Quick Checkout window, begin by clicking the Front Desk menu. Next, click Front Desk Workspace and then click Quick Checkout. All departing guests appear in the Quick Checkout window by default. You can click the Modify Search Criteria link to refine your search. You would click the Check Out Zero Balance Departures button to check out all due-out guests that have folios with a zero balance. This is helpful for group departures with all charges routed to a posting master. If you need to check out a specific guest, you would first need to click to highlight the reservation. When you select a reservation, the Checkout button appears in the bottom of the window. When you have clicked to select multiple reservations, the Mass Checkout button will appear in place of the Checkout button. Click the Mass Checkout button. Prior to the guest checking out, the Checkout dialog box must be completed for each reservation. You need to verify the payment details and amount before clicking to select a folio settlement option. In this example, we will click the Settle Folio button. For credit card payments, the Payment Processing dialog box will appear in the window. The posted payment appears on the screen for your reference. You may continue posting additional payments as necessary. Additionally, the Post Charge link is conveniently available in the Checkout payment window. If a receipt is needed, you can click the Print Receipt link. When you are finished, click the Checkout Now button. The current room status appears. You can update the room status as needed and then click the Save button. You can now continue with the next reservation by repeating the checkout process for each guest. When checkout for all selected reservations is complete, you will be returned to the Quick Checkout window. This lesson covered navigating to the Quick Checkout window, searching for departing guests, and the process of checking out multiple guests. For more information on Opera Cloud, please review other courses on this topic within Opera Digital Learning. You may also visit the Oracle Hospitality Help Center for Opera Cloud